ran to my connecting flight, but my luggage did not make it, so I'm waiting. But I got a British Fanta, which first of all is not chemical orange. Boo. I've been in the airport for 5 minutes, and I've already heard, cheers mate, thank you. Cheers, and big day for me. I've just arrived at Oxford. My phone's charging, so I'm not gonna get up from my space, but I have to go in like 17 minutes to have a dinner and meet everyone, and I already had a really awkward interaction because they're like, oh, you can stay and hang out until dinner, but my phone was on like 10%. I was like, lads, I gotta get upstairs. Anyways, let me do a room tour. I haven't unpacked anything yet. Okay, my old space. Where's my unpacked luggage? I get a mini fridge. It comes with a mini fridge. This closet. First of all, look at how huge this space is. Look at how huge this space is for one person. Like, I get this whole ass desk. Like, this is bigger than my fucking apartment, including the bathroom. I get a sink, and then it's communal shower and toilet. Also, in my room, getting a little tea kettle, a little mug, and creamer. And then, look, I get spirit study. And look at my beautiful view. Guys, I'm so happy, but get ready for me to be so depressed when I come back to Clemson. It's my first night at Oxford, and I turned off all the lights, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little spooked. There are definitely ghosts in this building. Stupid fucking nose ring. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna meet my professor today, and he already assigned me 8 readings. And I was talking to the other girl in my class, and we were like, we're not doing them. We're not reading them. Because I don't even get a credit for this at Clemson. So, like, I'll try, but, like, I'm gonna put my whole pussy into that. I don't know.
This is actually such a lie. I did put my whole pussy into every essay, and no, I did not get any credit for it.
Yeah, anyways.
This is actually what I but so far, he's been kind of probably
Gives a fuck about an Oxford comma. I seen those English dramas too. They're cruel. So if there's any other way to spell the word, it's fine. Why would you speak to me that way? Especially when I always said that I haven't got the words for you. All your diction dripping with disdain through pain.
Just got done with my first meeting for my class, and he kept asking us lots of questions that I did not know the answer to, but the other girl needed the answer to. So it's all good. Lots of work though. Lots of work. So every week we would go on an excursion. This was our first excursion, which I think is in Winchester. I actually cannot confirm, but Wikipedia images are suggesting Winchester. But it was fun, but it was certainly plagued by some forces, which I will discuss later. But our first stop was this really old cathedral. I don't really know that much about European history before the 1900s. I just know that this cathedral was very old, and there was a lot of cool paintings in it, and also a lot of weird statues like this man in the cellars, and these cool little dragons. Oh my gosh, and they also have this thing, as you're seeing here, where you could design your own stained glass window. And
I wish I had spent more time on it. Mine kind of turned out uggo, as you can see here. Overall, the cathedral was really funny. But then we were able to walk around the town, which similarly had a lot of old medieval sites. But once again, I wasn't really able to appreciate them fully because I had no idea of their relevance. They did have this hall that was supposedly King Arthur's hall, and I do actually have to admit I do not know to this day if King Arthur was a real person or not. Can somebody please confirm? I don't know, but I was able to put on funny little clothes, and that was probably the highlight of the whole trip for me. But yeah, I would highly suggest for every museum to have funny little clothes to put on. They also have this cool wall in the town. I don't know, it's kind of awesome. But yeah, oh, mandatory rat photo. Then we went to Jane Austen's house. At the time, I was not a Jane Austen fan, but I bought my first book of hers here, which was Northanger Abbey, and I was soon to become a big fan. We also went to this manor, which was nearby, it belonged to someone in her family or a close friend, but apparently she spent a lot of time here. I didn't film it, but they had a section on letter writing, which I found really interesting as someone who enjoys writing letters. They also had these huge gardens in the back with this awesome wooded area, and obviously I loved that. Again, probably another highlight of my trip is when I can just spend a lot of time looking at plants, and it was so nice because I actually understand plants, unlike much of the history. As I have mentioned, I think this is 3 times now. And also, as I mentioned, much like Catherine with John Thorpe in Northanger Abbey, I found no peace on this trip. You may be asking yourself, why did you find no peace on this trip? Look at this little kitty cat, how could you not be having fun? Well, I will tell you.
And I'm whispering because the walls in our dorms are really thin, and our hall is everyone on our program. But there's this man, okay, let me say, the program started 5 days ago, but there is this man, oh my god. First of all, the program is mostly girlies that I'm living for because the girls here are literally so good. But anyways, we started 5 days, day 1, we just like sat next to each other, but literally, ever since then, this man has been like following me. Like, we went on a trip today to go visit Jane Austen's house, and we had some free time to explore. There's gardens out back. I was like, okay, I'm going to the gardens, and he was walking the other way, and I was like behind him because no, this entire tour, this man was just like hovering beside me. Like everywhere I walk, he would hover, and like men are men, and like I'm gonna get annoyed with him after like 30 minutes. Actually, that's not true for all men, but that's true for this man. And so I was like, okay, but like I'm gonna walk over here, and then he would like see us walking over there, and he would turn and go, and I was like, you can go look at your thing. Like you can go look at your thing. Like we don't have to be next to each other this whole time. And then I went to walk my little garden. I was like, I'm gonna have a nice little nature walk. I've been around people all day, and I'm like walking alone. I'm like, okay, like I am walking alone, and I hear this person walking behind me after like 2 minutes, and he's like fast walking up behind me. He's like, hey, and he like comes and walks with me, and I was like, did you like see where I was going and just follow me? Like, oh my god. Sorry, there are people playing croquet and they're like looking at me weird. Anyways, and like I definitely cling to my friends too, but also like it's day 5, and we know all these people equally, and there's no need for you to be following me everywhere I go because I need a little space, and also I want to keep you with the girlies. So anyways, there's another heinous man here, and then there's one like good man. So anyways, those are my updates. I'm sorry this is so long, but I had to say something.
Bridge, which we'll see later.
And that's a bunk race.
That this tree over here, I've got a good authority that that's the exact tree. Really?
Oh, that'd be so cool. Look at that. I'm gonna go through the back. Oh, ew. Can't smell me. It just makes me throw up. Really? Yeah.
I'm working on my first essay, which has to be 8 pages long. It's on. Here's the question that I'm answering. What patterns and timescales of natural climate variability are evidenced during the Pleistocene at both full stadial and interstadial timescales, and what mechanisms are implied? Literally, I don't know. And I'm almost at my word count, and I'm pretty sure I didn't answer the question.
I have to mention, once a week we had formal dinners where we would all dress up really fancy and drink champagne in the courtyard, pace if you're in Morgan. Then we would attend a lecture, which were usually pretty interesting, besides 1 or 2, and the food was sometimes questionable, but the vegan options were pretty safe, so I was fine with it. This was definitely the part of the week, though, that I felt most out of place, and I definitely felt like I was role-playing in high society. I'm not usually attending events where I have to be formal, but I kind of liked it. I loved being able to take funny little photos, and it was nice to wear a fun little dress. Just needed to mention it, as it was a pretty consistent part of my experience here.
No, buddy, don't do it, don't do it.
He's like, the don't do eggs.
guide me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed. But the infill between the island and the mainland has been completed by these sediments.
No, I really want to know. It's super cool.
Okay, we are walking to lunch, but I wanted to show you probably one of the best statues ever. I know you study art, so prepare to be amazed by Chucky D, aka Charles Darwin. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that amazing? I guess you can't like turn the camera, but
Called one
Hey,
that
Quinn.
drives the boat. A punter?
or a contest.
The people that go on the boat.
You guys all are going. Yay! Woo! You got it! That's what Emma, you're kind of slaying.
No, I know. These jeans I want to like say that I'm sorry. Here, I'm gonna try that way.
I'm reading. I can't see it. Well, it's backwards. But I'm reading Northanger Abbey, and I never thought I would be a Jane Austen girly. But it's so good. Sorry, I just ate a chocolate croissant. I literally love my life. I love living here. I love it. It's so amazing. I have not been vlogging at all. I'm going to go see Hosier today. I saw Oppenheimer last night and I got very depressed.
And there are these two real people who were from Florence who were murdered for falling in love with each other. And Dante was such a nice and kind man, and he decided to write them into hell anyway, after all they've been through. And this song just kind of turns that punishment on its head and says, you know, if you're gonna die for somebody, I don't think it's that much of a punishment really to spend the rest of eternity arm in arm with them. It sounds like a pretty nice deal. It's called Francesca.
I've never been to so many churches in my life.
That's the biggest fucking book I've ever seen.
Right? Doesn't need to be that big.
All buried in the same like casket. I'm confused.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, is that not?
That's not his grave, wait. No, it's like that.
Wait, what do you mean? Like
In the stone, yes, on the ground. With the writing on them. Like how Jane Austen was.
So he's like underneath the floor.
He's like in the ground, yes.
While we were in Stratford-upon-Avon, we went to see As You Like It, which was performed by the Royal Shakespeare Company, and it was really awesome. It'd been a really long time since I'd seen kind of a more like cool or non-typical interpretation of a play, of course excluding Miss Cats the musical, which I saw in Greenville. But basically, as you can see from the set, it was set up like it was just in a rehearsal room, and everyone just kind of wore like semi-adjacent modern clothes of their characters. It just looked like they pulled whatever they had out of their closet. But it was really funny. I think it's the first time I'd ever seen or read a Shakespeare comedy, and I was giggling. Like, the actors were really funny, and one of the actors like pointed to me on stage and said he liked my jumper, so be jealous, I don't know. But anyways, I couldn't take that many pictures, obviously, with actors on stage and stuff like that. But at the end of the play, this like rehearsal set lifted up, and behind it there was a super realistic forest, and this person showed up dressed in like a very accurate night gear and all that stuff, and then all the characters disappeared into the forest, and my mind was blown. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and it actually inspired me later when I took my German opera class, when I had to make my fake set for the Truman Show. As you can see, it's just as beautifully constructed. But yeah, it was just a really cool play, and I love theater, and I grew up going to a lot of theater, so I was really happy to have this cool experience and to see, I don't know, a really good play with some really good actors and a really good audience, and yeah. I'm very scared of seeing a fox or a badger. More a badger than a fox. Because I feel like a badger would fuck me up. Anyways, it's literally a 1-minute walk.
Okay, ready? Go, 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 go. Just... Wait, they've been like one. Wait, they've been this like one away from each other each time. Okay, go. Wait, this is crazy. Wait, what? I don't think I shuffled that well. Wait, because the first ones were like they were all. Okay. I just didn't shuffle that well. Wait, what is this? Okay. Here we go. Oh, Isobel. Here, yeah.
Natural History Museum was closed, and I'm trying not to cry, so I got a hot chocolate, and I'm going to see SpongeBob the musical.